Welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name's Carol, and this is going to be your reading for the second half of February 2024. If you didn't get a chance to see my reading that I did for the first half, I'll link it at the end of this video. So in this video, we're going to be looking at what I'm calling the Yellow Cardinal Cross. So in the number one position, I'm going to look at the issue that you're dealing with right now, whether it's a problem, it's a pattern for you that's showing up, it's a struggle. And then I'm going to clarify that number two with another card. And I want to see if there's a card that's going to sort of have an impact on what the issue is. It's going to clarify number one or obscure the issue a bit. Number three position is the conscious influence. And that means this is the influence that you're aware of that's affecting or influencing this issue. And then on the right is going to be the unconscious influence. And that's going to be what's coming up in your shadow. And it's not what you're aware of because we don't know what's in your shadow. 5 on the top is going to be the card that's going to tell you what is needed for resolution for this situation that you're in. Number 6 on the bottom is going to be the resolution. It's going to be the understanding. So I think what it is probably going to be is a bit of guidance from the tarot. And yeah, so I'm hoping this helps with you as we close off the last 2 weeks in February. So let's get started, Aquarius. I'm going to give you just a quick shuffle. I did a lot of shuffling before we came in. So we're going to get started with number one, the issue. So Tarot, if you could give me, here's the card already coming out, which is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is your issue. Number 2, I'm looking for a clarifier. Clarifier for this card, please. A clarifier for this card. A clarifier for this card. I'm just going to take the first card that came up with, which is the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is the clarifier. Number 3 is going to be, Number 3 is going to be the conscious influence. One card, please, for number 3, conscious influence. Two came out. Conscious influence. Ooh, that came coming out. Flying out, the Judgment card. Number 4 is going to be the unconscious influence. What's coming up in your shadow? What don't you see? And we're going to go with the Moon card. The Moon card in reverse for number 4. Number 5 on the top is what's needed for resolution. And we're going to go with the 8 of Swords on top. And finally, number 6, the resolution, the understanding of the issue at hand. There's one card that turned over from before. I'm just going to put it back in here. Okay. Let's do this again. Number 6. One card, please. Number 6. Okay, the Star came out. The Star card. Just move these up for a bit. All right. Now, before we start reading, I just want to say that I pulled out again the from your 2024 yearly reading that I did for you. I pulled out your February card, which is the Page of Cups, and I pulled that out for your last reading as well in February. So the Page of Cups talks about that inner child of ours that just wants love. That inner child, I call it the love seeker. So, yeah, needs some attention, needs some healing, and needs the emotions of that young child in us need to be felt. So that's our sort of our overriding energy for you in this reading. So let's look at the issue at hand, which is number 1. And that's the King of Cups. And the King of Cups comes in interesting that, it's all about emotions. And the King of Cups, which is, our masculine part of us, we all have a masculine and a feminine part. It has nothing to do with gender. But we all need to access these. And so this part right here is the masculine part of us, our ego, the one that, you know, pretty much drives everything we do in life. And the King of Cups in a grounded position would be that one, that that masculine part of us that is not afraid to feel their emotions, not afraid to, you know, express their desires. And so that comes up for you. So you're being asked to take on that individual that is not afraid to feel their emotions. But what's happening here is you have this clarifier, which is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is what I call that ego card. And that's very much our male aspect of us that can really compare ourselves to other individuals. And that's not difficult. You can just go on social media and it's very easy to do that. So I think you're caught up here in this battle, this emotional battle. And whether, you know, I'm wondering if it's if because it's the king and it has to do with, you know, our desires and our needs and feeling all our emotions. And I'm wondering if there's a need here really to get in touch with that feeling of, you know, when we start comparing ourselves and just feeling less than other people and feeling unworthy. You know, this card can be my shame card too, where you just feel unworthy. And that's where you get into that comparison part. So I'm seeing that you're sitting there and feeling like, you know, that you're just comparing yourself to other people and judging yourself. And so what's coming up? What is the conscious influence that you're feeling here? And that's the Judgment card. And so I think you're very much aware that there's a call here, and that's what this is. It's almost like a rebirth card. It's a calling here. You have this angel here calling these people to be reborn. And so there seems to be a call here. And we talked about that in our last reading, Aquarius, when we talked about you have these gifts to come out and share with the world. And here's this Judgment card and it's calling you. And so you're very much aware that there is this calling for you to go deeper and to start, you know, start feeling. Because when you start going deeper and when you get into the body, and I know it's a scary place to be, when you start to feel some of those emotions, there are these beautiful gifts that come out, as well as, you know, feeling your emotions. And so we start to get some clarity on that. And there is this calling here for you. But what you don't see that's sitting in your unconscious, well, you get the Moon card. And the Moon card is all about our intuition and feeling comfortable and getting in touch with our intuition. And that's in reverse. And so I really feel that your intuition right now is blocked. And your intuition is that inner guidance. It's that quiet voice that whispers to us. And, you know, it's a little nudge. And this is why I feel like, you know, it's interesting that there is this calling that's coming forth for you and you're hearing it. I don't know if you're hearing it because it's blocked right now, right? Because when your intuition is blocked, you're not hearing that voice and you're not hearing that calling. But so this card is like there's this call for you for sure to get back into your body, to start to feel some of those emotions of maybe the unworthiness that's sitting here, and that's what you're dealing with, because like I said, you're getting into that space where you're starting to compare yourself to other people. And we do that sometimes when we're right on the cusp of putting something out into the world. And I did it with my tarot channel, where I'd go on and I'd compare myself to all these other tarot readers and going, I don't sound like them, I can't do it. Well, no, you're not going to sound like them, right? And you're not going to be like all these other people that you're comparing yourself to, because you're not them. You know, you're unique and you're you. And that's what you need to realize. In the fifth place, you have what's needed for the resolution. Well, you're definitely in this position where you're all caught up in your head. Definitely all caught up in your head. And you can do that when you start comparing yourself to other people. You can really start to spin this in your head. And these this is a swords energy, you know. So these are these belief systems that are coming up for us. And sometimes they sound like, you know, people that we were raised by, where you can hear them kind of, you know, saying that, you know, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you know, this is a stupid idea, and all this that comes in, and we just spin in our head and we just get all tied up. And this woman has this blindfold on because we just can't see our way out of this, but that there is a way out. I mean, she can walk away, her feet are not tied up. You definitely can walk away. You know, you definitely, once you start to make a point of, all right, I'm going to start to ground back into my body. And I know it's a scary place to go, but once you start feeling some of those emotions that you need to feel, especially of, you know, unworthiness, you need to get back into your body and start to feel that, and, you know, get still and really get in touch with those feelings and where they come from. And that's what's going to help you to walk away from this. And finally, the understanding. Oh, it's a beautiful card. The understanding here is a star card. The understanding is you need to heal. You need to heal some stuff. You need to heal a bit more of what's inside. You need to heal where those emotions are coming from, where those thought patterns are coming from. They need to be healed. And then you're going to be able to, you know, take your life in that direction that you want to take it in. So good luck, Aquarius, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.